having it happen here in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah, I was called 2.5 weeks notice, so it was really special. I knew I had to take this fight, New York, Madison Square Garden, the biggest card of the year, maybe of history of the UFC. So it's special, and to finish it like that, 1 minute, 19 seconds knockout, couldn't be better.
When you were first asked to fight, where did you think the fight was ending?
I thought it was going to be 3 rounds because Belal Muhammad, he's a tough guy. I saw his first fight in the UFC with Alan Joban. He was knocked down 4 times and came back. So I was ready to go 3 rounds. I mean, he's a tough guy, and my hand connected, and I hit hard, and he couldn't get up, so it worked out for me.
Do you feel like this is a bonus-worthy fight performance, that maybe you're in line for one of those?
Well, I hope it is. I hope it is, but I think it's definitely has the chance to get a bonus, and it's always good to get a bonus. But I fight, for all the fans, and just to come here and fight in New York. Hey, this is special. This is different, and I've never felt like the whole week was different than any other UFC. It was really, you could see something else was going on. And to be part of this, I'm so thankful to the UFC and to everyone.
Were you surprised you got the knockout? Bilal's never been knocked out in his 12-fight career.
Yeah, I actually was. I know, I was ready for 3 rounds because of that reason. I know he can take a punch, and he comes back, and he has a really strong heart. But my hand connected, and he went out. Before I kept him going, I kind of tried to look, because if he was totally out, I was not going to keep him going because I didn't want to wake him up. Sometimes you hit the guy and he wakes up. But he was starting to get up, so I got to finish it quick because this guy is tough, and he's gonna get back up. So I'm happy I made it, and
Yeah, and you
I'm really happy.
this is the biggest card in UFC history. I mean, you just knocked out a guy in the first round. You feel like this is going to get you a top opponent after this because you're on quite the winning streak now, and you made a statement tonight.
Yeah, for sure. 4 wins and 4 finishes. I think I deserve a top 15. Not only I won a top 15, but I think I deserve it now. I asked for that in my last fight. This fight appeared, and I knew I had to take this opportunity. And now I definitely think I deserve a top 15. Whoever, whenever, wherever, I'm ready. And hey, I'm ready to go, and I'm here to go for that title. So I want to fight the toughest guys that I can fight.
The UFC said that when Donald Cerrone's fight fell out, they had asked some welterweights lower on the card, perhaps to fill in. Were you asked to fight Donald?
Yeah, I was asked to fight him, and I definitely accepted it at the moment. Even like Donald Cerrone came talk to me, hey, I try to make the fight happen, but the UFC later they thought it was better for it not to happen. So, because also like somebody would be without an opponent, so I think that would be kind of like not fair to the other guys that had their fights. But if if they make that happen whenever, I'm glad with that fight too. I mean, I love Cerrone's style, and I think we fighting against each other we're both strikers. It would be definitely a great fight for the fans.
You were definitely open to it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I'm here to fight anybody. I'm ready, and I want to fight. I love fighting. That's what I love doing. So I don't pick opponents. I just go out there, train as hard as I can, and I fight.
Here you are, obviously you got getting a great win, first round knockout. Was part of you sort of a little bit disappointed that Cerrone fight didn't come through?
No, not disappointed. I think things have to be the way they're gonna be. I mean, I wanted to be in this card before I even knew I was gonna be called, and it appeared. So if the fight with Cerrone were to happen now, it would happen. Maybe it wasn't the time for it. I'm sure it's gonna happen later on, and hey, and now definitely I think it should have gone as it went. I mean, first round knockout, I got that win. It was perfect.
If you had to pick an opponent, even though you said you don't pick opponents, you said you wanted a top 15 fighter next, like who would you have on that list? Is there anyone you have in mind?
I don't pick opponents, and it's not because like I don't want to call anyone out. It's just I would fight anybody. But if I wanted, like if I were gonna pick, I would pick any striker in the top 15. I'm a striker, so I love to go out there and just trade punches and kicks, and I think the fans want to see that. So any striker would be my pick.
You didn't have too much time to think about it, how to control your emotions coming into tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so motivating to fight in a card like this. I wasn't really nervous, like what the result would be. I just knew that I had to go in there and put everything I train in the cage, and if I win or lose, it doesn't matter. It really matters like how I'm gonna perform, and I know that if I train hard, I'm gonna perform good. So that's what I did.
How much credit goes to your team at the Black Zillions for your win streak right now? It seems like you guys are all really gelling as a team right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of credit goes for them. I've been growing so much training over there, and Henry, Neil, all the coaches. I mean, they help us so much. Greg Jones helps us a lot in the wrestling, and also my team in Brazil. Like I train in Brazil. This camp, because of the short notice, I did it in Brazil in Cerrado MMA, and they also like I've started there, and I keep training there because I believe we have to keep our roots. I think going to the Black Zillions and growing is extremely important, and I evolved so much, but I cannot lose my roots and lose where I came from. So I think all that together is what's making me get to that next level.
You reckon you've got a chance getting the performance bonus? I mean, you got one last time. It's a big card, but are you hoping you get one? Do you have a message maybe for Dana White and all the fans to try and get that bonus?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the bonus is always good. I definitely want it if they want to give it to me. I think it was a nice knockout, and I haven't watched it yet too much. I watched it there with Joe Rogan, but I want to see it again. I think it was pretty good.